Welcome to Time to Buy or Sell by Weichert Realtors Sierra Pacific Group. Today we will be discussing the local community and local life in Orangevale. Thank you so much for tuning into this deep dive. Imagine you're driving through the typical, suburban sprawl of Sacramento County, and then suddenly the sidewalks just completely disappear.
Yeah, the roads narrow down and you're suddenly surrounded by these massive oak trees.
Right. And properties with actual horse pastures. I mean, our mission today is to explore how this semi-rural pocket survived the modern bulldozer and what it actually feels like for you to live, buy, and sell in Orangevale right now.
Well, it's actually entirely by design that Orangevale still feels like an 1884 agricultural colony, while neighboring areas, like Folsom and Fair Oaks, embraced aggressive modern development over the decades. Orangevale just fiercely held on to its large lot zoning.
So that lack of high-density zoning is kind of the mechanism that protected its rural DNA, right?
Exactly. And it organically creates a remarkably safe environment for you. Data shows neighborhoods like Rolling Woods scoring A-plus safety grades,
Yeah.
mostly because the layout itself just discourages heavy through traffic.
It's like having this secret country garden just outside the city. But I have to ask, are you basically isolating yourself in the woods to get that extra space? Like, it seems completely car dependent.
I mean, you are definitely driving a bit more. The average commute here is
Yeah.
around 28 minutes. But the zoning that keeps the residential lots big didn't push the commercial infrastructure away.
Oh, so it just kind of wove it into the edges.
Yeah, exactly. So you can live on this half-acre dirt road and still be, 5 minutes from major shopping or local dining staples. Places like Kolbe Kebab or Stolbelly's Pizza are right there.
Right, which is huge. And having that physical space naturally changes how people socialize, too. I mean, when your yard is that big, the local culture just shifts toward outdoor community gathering.
Oh, absolutely. It's a massive part of the lifestyle.
You've got Folsom Lake State Recreation Area right there for kayaking. And then the Orangevale Community Park has actual horse arenas and disc golf.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about the community heartbeat, you have to mention the Thursday Bands and Brews Farmers Market.
Oh, I've heard about that. It's not just a typical market to buy carrots, right?
No, not at all. It features a sip-and-shop beer garden, which is amazing. It really serves as the central social hub for families here. And that intense community involvement, it bleeds directly into the local school system, too.
Right. Schools are always a big deal for families moving in.
Totally. You have highly rated traditional schools like Oakview Elementary, but the real standout is Orangevale Open TK8.
Wait, let's clarify how that works for our listeners, because it's a non-boundary school, meaning you don't automatically get to send your kids there just by buying a house across the street, do you?
Correct. Parents actually have to actively apply and opt in, regardless of where they live in the district. And their educational philosophy relies heavily on project-based learning and mandatory parent volunteer hours.
Wow, mandatory hours. That's a big commitment.
It is. But because parents have to intentionally choose it and work for it, it creates this hyper-invested micro-community. The families moving to Orangevale are actively looking for that learning by doing together lifestyle.
Okay, but let me challenge this idea of Orangevale just being a pressure valve or, a compromise market for families seeking space. We are still talking about median home prices in the mid 500,000s.
Right, which is definitely a serious chunk of change.
Exactly. For most of you listening, $500,000 is a massive investment. So are buyers actually getting a deal here, or are they just paying a premium for a bigger yard and a longer commute?
Well, it's less about a financial deal in the traditional sense and more about your purchasing power relative to the broader region. Like in a neighboring highly developed town, that same mid-500s might only buy you a cramped condo.
Ah, I see. So here you get the land and the lifestyle.
Exactly. And for sellers, understanding that buyer psychology right now is crucial. The market is stabilizing, Buyers are no longer in this frenzy throwing cash at anything with a roof.
They're being way more picky.
Very.
Yeah.
Today's buyers are highly intentional. They want that specific Orangevale charm.
So if you were putting your house on the market today, you aren't just selling a 3-bedroom, 2-bath structure. You need to sell the mature trees, the proximity to the horse trails, and the specific outdoorsy culture of the town.
Precisely. Properties that lean into that authentic, spacious Orangevale feel, they remain in really solid demand because, honestly, you simply cannot replicate that environment anywhere else in the county.
That makes a lot of sense. I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder today. As modern cities continue to build up and out, compressing our living spaces, where else in California can you find a property with acreage for horses, right next to a vibrant local beer garden and deeply involved schools? Thanks for listening to Time to Buy or Sell. If you have questions about real estate in Orangevale, we're here to help. Reach out to us at Weichert Realtors Sierra Pacific Group. That's Weichert Realtors online at wrspg.com or call 916 619 1971.